What if one of the first things you do every morning is quietly putting extra strain on your kidneys? The surprising part is that many people don't even realize it. Every single day, your kidneys work around the clock. They filter about 50 gallons of blood daily, helping remove waste, balance fluids, regulate minerals, support healthy blood pressure, and even produce hormones that help make red blood cells. Yet despite doing so much for us, the kidneys rarely cause symptoms in the early stages of disease. That's why chronic kidney disease is often called a silent condition. Many people don't discover there's a problem until significant kidney function has already been lost. The encouraging news is that some everyday habits may help protect your kidneys, while others may gradually place extra stress on them over time. This is especially important if you're over 60 or living with conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or obesity. Today, we'll reveal 7 common morning habits that may be worth changing, and we'll explain the science behind each one. And be sure to stay until the end because the number 1 habit is one that millions of adults do every morning without realizing how closely it's connected to long-term kidney health. Let's begin. Before we count down the list, let's briefly understand why the kidneys deserve so much attention. As we grow older, it's normal for kidney function to gradually decline to some extent. This doesn't necessarily mean you'll develop kidney disease. However, age-related changes combined with common health conditions can make the kidneys more vulnerable. Some of the biggest risk factors include diabetes, heart disease, obesity, smoking, certain medications, family history of kidney disease. Because the kidneys quietly perform so many essential jobs, taking care of them benefits your entire body. Simple lifestyle choices made consistently over many years can have a meaningful impact on overall kidney health. Now let's begin our countdown. After sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, your body has gone a long period without drinking fluids. During the night, you continue to lose water through breathing, perspiration, and normal body functions. For many people, this results in mild dehydration by morning. Water plays an important role in helping the kidneys remove waste products through urine. When you're not well hydrated, urine becomes more concentrated. Although healthy kidneys can usually adapt to temporary changes in hydration, repeatedly becoming dehydrated may place additional stress on the body, particularly in older adults or people with kidney disease. That doesn't mean everyone needs to drink large amounts of water immediately after waking up. Fluid needs vary depending on climate, physical activity, body size, medical conditions, certain medications. For example, some people with heart failure or advanced kidney disease may need to limit fluids based on their healthcare provider's advice. For most healthy adults, however, starting the morning with a glass of water can be a simple way to begin rehydrating after a night's sleep. You can also support hydration by eating water-rich foods such as watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, strawberries. If you're unsure how much water is appropriate for you, ask your healthcare provider, especially if you have kidney disease or heart problems. Now let's move to a breakfast habit that affects millions of people every day. Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day. But not all breakfasts are equally healthy for your kidneys. Many popular breakfast foods contain surprisingly large amounts of sodium. Examples include bacon, sausage, ham, processed breakfast sandwiches, instant noodles, frozen breakfast meals, salted processed cheeses. Why does sodium matter? Sodium helps regulate fluid balance in the body. However, consuming too much sodium on a regular basis may contribute to high blood pressure in some individuals. High blood pressure is one of the leading causes of chronic kidney disease worldwide. When blood pressure remains elevated over many years, it can gradually damage the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys. That's why reducing excess sodium is often recommended as part of a kidney-friendly eating pattern. Instead of relying on processed breakfast foods every morning, consider healthier alternatives such as Oatmeal topped with berries. Plain Greek yogurt with fruit. Scrambled eggs with vegetables. Whole grain toast with avocado. Fresh fruit and unsalted nuts. Flavor foods with herbs, spices, garlic, or lemon juice instead of adding extra salt. Small changes repeated every morning can add up over time. Many adults wake up with aches and pains. Arthritis. Back pain. Joint stiffness. Headaches. It's understandable that some people reach for a pain reliever first thing in the morning. However, certain over-the-counter pain medications, particularly nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, such as ibuprofen and naproxen, can affect blood flow to the kidneys. For most healthy people, short-term use as directed is often appropriate. But frequent or long-term use, especially at higher doses, may increase the risk of kidney problems in some individuals. This risk can be greater for people who already have kidney disease, have diabetes, have high blood pressure, are dehydrated, take certain prescription medications. It's important to remember that this doesn't mean everyone should stop taking these medicines. If a healthcare provider has recommended a medication for you, continue taking it as prescribed unless you're advised otherwise. Never stop prescription medications without discussing it with your doctor. If you find yourself needing pain relievers every morning, it's worth talking with your healthcare provider about the underlying cause of the pain and whether other treatment options may be appropriate. Sometimes physical therapy, exercise, weight management, heat therapy, or other strategies can help reduce the need for frequent pain medication. So far, we've covered 3 morning habits that may place extra stress on your kidneys. Not drinking enough water. Eating a high-sodium breakfast. Frequently taking certain pain relievers without proper guidance. But the next habits are even more common, and they involve breakfast, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Now let's discuss a habit involving medications, one that many people don't think twice about. So far, we've discussed 3 morning habits that may place extra stress on the kidneys over time. Not drinking enough water after waking up. Eating a very salty breakfast. Frequently taking certain pain relievers without proper guidance. Now let's continue with habit number 4, a surprisingly common behavior that can affect energy, appetite, and blood sugar control. Many adults skip breakfast because they're busy, not hungry, or trying to reduce calories. For some people, occasional fasting may be appropriate. However, regularly skipping breakfast can create challenges, especially for older adults and those living with diabetes. After a night's sleep, your body has gone many hours without food. A balanced breakfast can help provide energy and support more stable blood sugar levels throughout the morning. When breakfast is skipped, some people become extremely hungry later in the day and may overeat or choose less nutritious foods. Others experience larger swings in blood sugar levels. Why does this matter for the kidneys? Because diabetes is one of the leading causes of chronic kidney disease. Over many years, poorly controlled blood sugar can damage the tiny filtering units inside the kidneys. That doesn't mean breakfast is a magic cure. What matters most is the overall pattern of healthy eating and blood sugar management. If you do eat breakfast, aim for a meal that includes fiber, such as oats, whole grains, or fruit. Healthy fats, such as nuts, seeds, or avocado. Examples include oatmeal with berries and walnuts, Greek yogurt with fruit and chia seeds, eggs with vegetables and whole grain toast, a bean and vegetable breakfast wrap. If you're considering intermittent fasting or have diabetes, discuss the best eating schedule with your healthcare provider. The right approach can vary from person to person. Now let's look at a habit that affects both blood sugar and kidney health. Many people think they're making a healthy choice when they start the day with a flavored coffee drink, sweetened juice, or energy drink. The problem is that some of these beverages contain as much sugar as a dessert. Common sources of added sugar include sweetened coffee drinks, flavored creamers, energy drinks, Sweetened teas. Fruit punches. Some bottled smoothies. Soft drinks. Regularly consuming large amounts of added sugar can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, high triglycerides, increased cardiovascular risk. And because diabetes is a major cause of kidney disease, blood sugar management becomes especially important. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy something sweet. The goal is awareness and moderation. Consider healthier morning beverages such as water, unsweetened tea, coffee with minimal added sugar, milk or fortified unsweetened alternatives, a homemade smoothie with whole fruit and no added sugar. One practical tip is to gradually reduce sweetness over time. Many people find that their taste buds adapt within a few weeks, making heavily sweetened drinks seem less appealing. Small reductions in added sugar each morning can add up significantly over months and years. Now let's move to habit number 2, one of the most important kidney-related issues older adults should monitor. This may be the most dangerous habit on today's list because high blood pressure often causes no symptoms at all. Many people feel perfectly fine while their blood pressure is quietly damaging blood vessels throughout the body. The kidneys contain millions of tiny blood vessels that filter waste from the blood. When blood pressure remains elevated over time, these delicate vessels can become damaged, reducing the kidney's ability to filter properly. At the same time, kidney disease can make blood pressure harder to control, creating a harmful cycle. That's why healthcare providers pay such close attention to blood pressure in older adults. If you've been advised to monitor your blood pressure at home, morning readings can be especially useful because blood pressure often rises after waking. Talk with your healthcare provider about how often to check your blood pressure, the best time of day to measure it, what target range is appropriate for you. If you're prescribed blood pressure medication, take it exactly as directed unless your healthcare provider advises otherwise. In addition to medication, lifestyle habits that may help support healthy blood pressure include reducing excess sodium, staying physically active, maintaining a healthy weight, limiting excessive alcohol intake, managing stress, getting adequate sleep. Remember, blood pressure control is one of the most powerful ways to help protect both your heart and your kidneys. At this point, you may have noticed a pattern. Several habits on today's list don't affect the kidneys directly. Instead, they influence two major drivers of kidney disease: high blood pressure, high blood sugar. The kidneys are closely connected to the rest of the body's health. Protecting them often means protecting your cardiovascular and metabolic health as well. That's why the most effective kidney protection strategies are usually simple, consistent habits rather than quick fixes. We've now covered 6 morning habits, but one remains. And it's the habit that kidney specialists worry about most because it affects millions of older adults and is one of the leading causes of kidney failure worldwide. So far, we've covered 6 morning habits that may place extra stress on your kidneys over time. Not drinking enough water after waking up. Eating a very salty breakfast. Frequently taking certain pain relievers without proper guidance. Skipping breakfast regularly. Drinking sugary beverages every morning. Ignoring high blood pressure. If you've been watching from the beginning, you've probably noticed a common theme. Most kidney damage doesn't happen overnight. Instead, it often develops gradually over many years through the combined effects of medical conditions, lifestyle choices, and aging. Now let's reveal the number 1 morning habit on today's list. If there's one condition that has the greatest impact on long-term kidney health, it's diabetes. In fact, diabetes is one of the leading causes of chronic kidney disease, CKD, worldwide. Your kidneys contain millions of tiny filtering units called nephrons. These delicate filters remove waste and excess fluid from your blood while keeping important proteins and nutrients in your body. When blood sugar stays higher than recommended over many years, it can gradually damage these tiny filters. Over time, this may reduce the kidney's ability to work effectively. The challenge is that this process usually happens slowly. Many people don't notice symptoms until kidney function has already declined significantly. That's why consistent diabetes management is so important. If you have diabetes, your morning routine can set the tone for the rest of your day. Helpful habits may include checking your blood sugar if recommended by your healthcare provider, taking diabetes medications or insulin exactly as prescribed, eating a balanced breakfast with protein and fiber, staying physically active, drinking enough fluids if appropriate for your medical condition, keeping regular medical appointments to monitor kidney function. It's also important to know that not everyone with diabetes develops kidney disease. Good blood sugar management, healthy blood pressure, regular exercise, and following your treatment plan can significantly reduce the risk. If you don't have diabetes, maintaining a healthy weight, staying active, and eating a balanced diet can also help lower your risk of developing type 2 diabetes in the future. Protecting your kidneys begins with protecting your overall metabolic health. Now that we've discussed the habits to avoid, let's finish with practical steps you can start tomorrow morning. These simple routines can support not only your kidneys but also your heart, brain, and overall well-being. After several hours of sleep, many people wake up mildly dehydrated. For most healthy adults, drinking a glass of water in the morning is a simple way to begin rehydrating. If you have kidney disease or heart failure, however, follow your healthcare provider's recommendations regarding fluid intake. Choose meals rich in fiber, lean protein, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, whole grains. A balanced breakfast can help support steady energy levels and make it easier to maintain healthy eating habits throughout the day. You don't need an intense workout. Even 20 to 30 minutes of walking, gentle stretching, chair exercises, gardening, light cycling can support circulation, heart health, blood pressure, and blood sugar management. Always choose activities appropriate for your fitness level and any medical conditions you may have. Read nutrition labels whenever possible. Many packaged breakfast foods contain more sodium than people realize. Preparing simple meals at home using fresh ingredients often makes it easier to control your sodium intake. If you're taking medications for high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, follow your healthcare provider's instructions carefully. Don't skip doses, double doses, or stop medications without medical advice. If you're experiencing side effects, speak with your healthcare provider rather than making changes on your own. Regularly monitoring important health measures can help detect problems early. Depending on your situation, your healthcare provider may recommend tracking blood pressure, blood sugar, kidney function blood tests, urine protein tests, cholesterol. These numbers provide valuable information about your overall health. Many kidney diseases develop silently. Routine medical checkups allow healthcare professionals to monitor kidney function before noticeable symptoms appear. Early detection often provides more opportunities to slow disease progression and protect long-term health. Let's quickly review today's 7 morning habits. Start your morning with appropriate hydration unless your healthcare provider has advised fluid restriction. Reducing excess sodium may help support healthy blood pressure and kidney health. Use over-the-counter medications responsibly and discuss long-term use with your healthcare provider. A balanced breakfast may support blood sugar management and overall health. Reducing added sugars can support healthy weight and blood sugar levels. Managing blood pressure is one of the most important ways to protect your kidneys. Keeping blood sugar within your target range, following your treatment plan, and attending regular medical checkups can help reduce the risk of diabetic kidney disease. Remember, no single morning habit determines your future health. It's the consistent choices you make over months and years that often have the greatest impact. Small improvements made today can become powerful habits tomorrow. If you found today's video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based videos on kidney health, heart health, diabetes, brain health, nutrition, medication safety, and healthy aging after 60. We'd love to hear from you. Which morning habit are you going to improve first? Share your answer in the comments below. Your experience may encourage someone else to take better care of their health. And if you know a friend, parent, spouse, or family member over 60, consider sharing this video with them. A few simple changes to a morning routine could make a meaningful difference over time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.